when 40-year-old Abraham Shakespeare wins a massive lottery prize in Lakeland, Florida in 2006. An ordinary man starts an extraordinary adventure.
He took a lump sum payment of $17 million. When Shakespeare won the lottery, the entire community won also.
It says $500,000.
He basically became Lakeland's stimulus package.
Think about that.
Shakespeare was a very, very generous person.
While happy for her son, 65-year-old Elizabeth Walker is wary of the windfall.
Abraham's mother was a wonderful person. Abraham tried to give her money and buy her a new house, and she didn't want it. Abraham's mother thought the money was evil and would bring him no good.
Cheers! $17 million.
Many other people are ready to line up for the generosity of this uneducated but good-natured young man.
And of course,
He couldn't read or write. If at all, he couldn't do it very well. I don't think he understood the value of money. I think he thought he'll never run out of money.
Abraham's good fortune catches the eye of 35-year-old entrepreneur Dorice, Deedee Moore.
Deedee Moore was a blonde, flashy woman. She was very confident, very sure of herself.
Deedee's currently got herself a 26-year-old boy toy.
Not now, I'm thinking.
come on, baby.
But she's always looking for more excitement. And a newly minted millionaire is a person she wants to know.
She presented herself as to be a writer. She offered to write a book. So from there, a friendship budded between the two of them.
But the book is just the start of Deedee's deal.
You get tired of people asking for money, Abe?
Yeah, I do.
She offers to manage all of Abraham's financial affairs.
Deedee presented herself as someone who wasn't going to be a moocher.
In Abraham's mind, here comes this lady who decides, hey, I'll get this all straightened out for you.
This one here is to close your existing account.
She convinced him to put all of his holdings in her company name, and this was a way for people to stop asking for money from him.
But Deedee is far from a savior.
After you start peeling the layers behind of Deedee Moore, you start realizing more and more something's not right here.
The smooth-talking businesswoman has a long history of deceit and fraud. One scam 5 years earlier shows how far Deedee will go to come out on top. When her car is about to be repossessed, Deedee stages a dramatic ruse.
It's up there.
She had called and reported that her vehicle had been carjacked and she had been left for dead by some Mexican guys in a ditch somewhere.
For extra sympathy, Deedee claims she is raped.
She was calculated, manipulative, and a sick person.
Deedee Moore is the classic textbook definition of a psychopath. Persistent and chronic liar, manipulator of other people. If a psychopath isn't manipulating someone and deceiving and stealing, they're not having any fun.
But naive Abraham knows nothing of her past.
She found him and she knew she could work him. And oh, did she.
Abraham thinks his money is safe from his clawing community because he hands it all to Deedee.
Wow, you weren't kidding.
For you, baby.
She had his house, his properties, his cars, Even his bank accounts, everything, I mean everything, was switched into the name of her company that she operated.
While Deedee has never been happier, Abraham is worried and anxious.
Man, I'm finna get out. I'm finna go.
The burden of being a multi-millionaire is starting to get to him. He disappears.
Shakespeare talked so much about being aggravated about people asking him for money. So when he disappeared, people thought to themselves, well, maybe he finally did get tired.
Lakeland now loses its stimulus package. Abraham is no longer around to give anyone his money. No one sees him for months, but his family and friends receive a series of strange texts.
It's Abe. He says it's going away.
Abraham is on a cruise to Jamaica, how Abraham is in Texas. He doesn't want anybody to see him. The stories just never end.
After 9 months, finally, a phone call.
Yeah, Mom. I'm fine.
But something is strange.
Get away.
His mother said, "Who are you? You're not Shakespeare."
No one knows who it is, except Deedee Moore. It's her deep, dark secret. 2009, Lakeland, Florida. After 43-year-old Abraham Shakespeare wins a lottery, everyone wants a handout.
Just don't stop.
When 36-year-old Deedee Moore offers to manage his millions, he jumps at the chance.
Congratulations.
But the only person Deedee wants to help is herself.
First class all the way.
She's a con woman.
That's my money in your wallet, is how they see the world. And because I'm so much smarter than you, I will get it.
His friends think Abraham is on an extended holiday. Deedee knows the truth. Not long after signing over his fortune to her, Abraham becomes suspicious.
It ain't working out.
Everything is good, Abe.
No, it ain't.
Abraham had come to her and said, hey, something's not right. I can't get to my money. You know, what's going on?
Look, man,
April 6th, 2009. Abraham tells Deedee he's going to the bank to sort it out. Deedee knows if he does, she'll be exposed.
Everything is good.
There's a safe inside that house where she tells Abraham all his money is, all the cash is. She opens the safe. Abraham thinks he's gonna get a bunch of money. She doesn't pull out the money, but she pulls a gun out of the safe.
no. Please, no.
And she shoots him twice.
Deedee takes the last thing Abraham has left to give. His life.
Abraham Shakespeare was a nice guy. He didn't stand a chance against Deedee Moore. Not a chance.
The money is all hers, but it still isn't enough for Deedee.
She saw outstanding debts that people owed him as a cash cow. There was probably close to $3 million if she could consistently collect on these monies.
The prospect of easy money is too good to refuse.
Deedee went to extreme lengths to make it look as if Shakespeare was alive to his friends and family.
Abraham texts his family and friends from the grave. But one day, Deedee goes too far, trying to stage a phone call.
Yeah, Mom, I'm fine. Just needed to get away.
A mother knows her son's voice.
She's gonna take care of everything.
She calls the cops.
Abraham's mother called me and said, hey, somebody called that said they were Abraham. I don't know if it was, but it didn't really sound like him.
The police start asking questions. Deedee has to protect herself. She needs someone else to take the murder rap and turns to an old friend of Abraham's for help.
I've got a lot more cash for someone who'll say they killed Abraham.
She says, I need to find somebody who is willing to tell the police that they did something to Abraham, that they killed Abraham.
I'll ask around.
I'm willing to pay them.
Deedee is introduced to career criminal Mike Smith, a perfect candidate.
Mike Smith is fixing to go to federal prison, has already signed off a plea agreement for 25 years, and basically he can't get any more time. For a certain amount of money, he would be willing to say that he killed Abraham Shakespeare.
You do this, you'll be a very popular person.
Mike agrees to take the blame, but needs evidence of the murder. Otherwise, he won't be believed.
Where is he? What happened?
Shot him. He's buried in my backyard.
Deedee has to hand over the weapon and the location of Abraham's body.
So in Deedee Moore's mind, she's just won the game. She's got somebody that's gonna confess to killing Abraham Shakespeare.
But there's one thing Deedee doesn't know. Mike Smith is an undercover cop.
Every time he met with her, every time he talked with her, he was wearing a wire.
If you dig here,
Deedee had admitted where the body was located.
then you gotta burn him.
That was enough for authorities to go in and make an arrest. They had what they needed.
The master of the sting has been stung.
Deedee Moore never thought she would get caught.
Don't forget to bring the marshmallows.
Yet, she told the whole story to an undercover cop. Bye-bye now.
On December 10th, 2012, Dorice Deedee Moore is convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison.
I think it was all money, and I think it just came down to the very end that she felt trapped in this